Have you ever wondered what really helps people escape poverty? In 2018, a non-profit organization tried something bold in a small village in western Kenya called Ahenyo. Every adult received $500, about the same as what most earned in an entire year. There were no rules, no conditions. People could spend the money however they wanted. The only requirement was that researchers could check in with them 2 years later to see what happened. Many hoped this would change lives, but others worried it would just become another failed experiment in fighting poverty. For decades, charities and governments have tried to reduce poverty through things like education programs, job training, farming projects, and healthcare initiatives. The goal was to help people build skills and independence. But when economists studied these programs closely, using controlled experiments, they found the results were often disappointing. Providing school supplies didn't always improve learning. Job training didn't consistently raise incomes. Even nutrition programs showed mixed outcomes. Then came the rise of microfinance, small loans to help people start businesses. It sounded promising, but while most borrowers repaid their loans, their incomes rarely increased by much. After years of effort, researchers began asking a simple but controversial question. What if we just gave people the money directly? At first, many thought that idea was foolish. Critics worried that people would spend the money quickly and end up right back where they started. But when the researchers returned to Ahenyo 2 years later, the results were surprising. Business profits had grown by 65%. Families were saving more, eating better, and their children were doing better in school. There were lower rates of alcoholism, depression, and domestic violence. Inequality between families had also gone down. And it wasn't just this one village. Similar studies across Africa and other regions found that direct cash giving often performed better than traditional aid programs. In some places, local economies even grew by more than double the amount of money that was originally distributed, showing a ripple effect that benefited entire communities. This doesn't mean that giving cash solves poverty completely. Poverty is a deep, long-term challenge that involves many factors. Some studies, like one from Uganda that began in 2008, found that the benefits of cash transfers faded after a few years, only to reappear later during the COVID-19 pandemic, when people used the money to rebuild. So while direct giving isn't a magic solution, it's teaching us something valuable. People living in poverty often know exactly what they need to improve their lives. One person might use the money to fix their home, making it safer and more stable. Another might pay for their child's education, unlocking opportunities for the next generation. The key is trust, trusting people to make their own choices. Every year, wealthy countries spend around $200 billion on international aid. Philanthropists and foundations collectively hold over $1.5 trillion that could be used to support development. We already have the resources to make a major impact on global poverty. What research like this suggests is that how we give might matter just as much as how much we give. Instead of assuming outsiders always know best, these studies highlight a simple truth. When people have the freedom and the financial means to make their own decisions, they often find the best path out of poverty themselves. Poverty isn't just about a lack of money. It's about a lack of opportunity and choice. And sometimes the most effective way to help is simply to give people the power to decide for themselves. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe to our channel so you can be notified of future content.